Hello. So, I've had a number of asks in my box lately, and I haven't really been answering a lot of them because I haven't been on the computer very much. So, I'm making a vlog now to get some of them out of the way. Oh, I was digging in the garden and now I have dirt under my nails. So, yeah. Anyway. First question, I think my IUTs are linked to sex. How can I avoid them? This is my second one in a month. You can avoid them from wiping front to back, from not holding your pee, from drinking plenty of water, peeing after sex. If you're doing all four of those things and you're still getting them, you should try bathing with your partner before you have sex. That will usually help. But just make sure you're peeing frequently throughout the day, you're drinking plenty of water, and that you're peeing after sex. Also, wiping front to back is really important. Those are all like the four big things that will keep you from getting a UTI. So if there's any of those things that are not on your list, put them on your list. Next question. What do your herpes bumps look like? Not like you would expect. You Google image search herpes bump or herpes, and you get these really horrific, like graphic photos of just like these like red mounds of bumps that don't even resemble genitals at all. Mine look like very small, little tiny blisters. They don't even look like blisters. They look more like really tiny bug bites or something like that. They're not really red. They're pink. That's it. So, and I usually, my first outbreak I think I had either 9 or 11 of them. I can't remember. Now, when I have my genital outbreaks, I'll usually get 1, maybe 2, and that's it. But they don't look the way that you would think they would. I have a photograph of them, my first outbreak, but that is not something I'm going to post on Tumblr for obvious reasons. So yeah, they don't look like you would expect them to. It doesn't look like this big, like, graphic, scary thing. It just looks like little red bumps. They're barely even noticeable. Next question. How does it make you feel that your daddy seems pretty depressed? In all honesty, he's been depressed since I've known him, which has been about 6 years now. Granted, I don't like it. I don't want him to feel that way. But I don't carry his sadness or his depression. I try to be as like supportive and caring and loving towards him as I can. I try to be as helpful with it as I can, but it's one of those things that has nothing to do with me. So, like, a lot of the time there isn't really anything I can do, or really isn't anything I can do aside from just being there. So it makes me feel bad in the sense that, like, he feels bad, but it's not anything that I pick up on, or it's not really shared. Our relationship would not work if we were both absolutely miserable. So I feel like it sounds weird to say, but there's kind of a balance there, and we both kind of help level each other out. Granted, like, he's not always miserable. The past few days for him have been pretty good, I think. He's been doing all right, but it all comes in waves, and you never know what's going to trigger it for him or whatever. So it's just a matter of, like, being patient and just kind of hanging in there with him. It's one of those things, like, when we were first, like, doing our whole courtship thing, I have a popsicle in my hand, I should eat that. I was trying to figure out, like, is this something I can do? Can I be with somebody whose emotions are so, like, tumultuous and just erratic? And my eventual conclusion was, yes, he's worth that to me. And I had to do a lot of, like, rearranging, just as far as, like, my outlook on life and the way I interact with him and other people, and just my whole, like, process for that, I guess. And so I did that, and so I'm able to be with him because of that. But there was definitely a point where it's like, am I going to be able to do this? Can I do this? But he is absolutely worth it. So, yeah. Next question. Please help. My boyfriend doesn't exactly taste the best down there, and I think I know why. We were in the shower, so I decided to clean him properly, and as I expected, there was a buildup of cheesy, not-so-goodness. He doesn't clean himself often because he says it hurts for him to pull his foreskin back that far. Please help. I don't really know what you want me to help you with. Your boyfriend doesn't wash his dick. So, I mean, if that's a problem for you, like, don't have sex with him, don't suck his dick, just whatever. I don't think it's, like, like an asshole thing to expect or ask your partner to, like, bathe themselves and clean themselves properly, especially because that's something that can give you like a yeast infection or a UTI or something. That's a buildup of, like, bacteria and, like, dead skin cells, and like, especially if there's an abundance of it, that's just not fun stuff. So my advice to you is, if you don't want to fuck with that, don't fuck with it. And I understand it hurts for him to pull his foreskin back, but that might be in part because he hasn't really done it enough. And there are also ways of cleaning your foreskin without retracting it. So I don't really know what his penis looks like, or what he's got going on, or, like, how his foreskin is set up. But if it's something that he's not taking care of and you're not down with it, then I guess don't fuck with it. Next question. I was just curious if you wear your glasses as an accessory, or if you've got poor eyesight. People ask me this a lot because I have a number of pairs of glasses, but my glasses, my eyewear, are necessary. I need them to see. I don't have terrible eyesight, but it's bad enough to wear. The way I knew I needed glasses was because I caught myself doing this when I was driving to see street signs and stuff ahead of me. Like, I couldn't see them, and I was like, hey, what am I doing with my face right now? So yeah, my glasses are necessary. I just have multiple pairs because one set of frames doesn't necessarily go with every outfit, and I like to coordinate my shit. Next question. How many siblings do you have? Are you the oldest? I have 2 siblings, and I am the middle child. My older brother is 11 years older than me. My younger brother is 16 months younger than me. Yeah. Next question. So, before I read this, I'm going to preface it by saying I answered an ask about Gino. I can't even really remember what the question was. But he was asking, get the sun on my face. So, somebody asked me about something involving Gino and I don't remember, and I said that he absolutely raises his hand to me. I think somebody asked if he beats me. I don't remember. And I said that he raises his hand to me, which he does. So then I got this question. It says, I am very curious about that last answer. I hope this isn't intrusive, because that is the last thing I would want. You said he raises his hand to you. Is that in the intent to hit you and then restrains himself? Or is it more of an intimidation thing? Or am I reading into it completely wrong and you guys are just rough during sex? I just got sad when I read that and wouldn't want anybody to hurt you. He hits me. Not really in the face or anything like that. But he hits me. But he hits me because I want him to. Because I like it. Because it makes me feel good. He's not an abusive partner. He does not beat me. He does not do anything I don't want him to. This is something a lot of people really misunderstand about a lot of SD relationships and stuff, and it's just he does what I allow him to do. A lot of people don't realize that the subs are the ones who have all the control, because we're the ones with all the say. We get to dictate what happens and what doesn't. So, he does not beat me. He does not do anything I don't want him to. He's incredibly loving and caring and gentle with me. Not necessarily gentle, but he takes good care of me. He's not an asshole. Next question. Sex has become a main part of my daily stress relief, and I may be exiting my monogamous relationship soon and have no other potential partners. I am uncomfortable with fucking strangers, and masturbating would not be an adequate substitution. What would you do in this situation? I've been in that situation, and I feel the same exact way. Masturbation is not an adequate substitution, and I tried having sex with people that I wasn't really into, and I hated it. So I stopped. I just waited and waited and waited. I went a year and a half without having sex. But it was worth it, I guess. It's better than having sex with people I didn't want to have sex with. I still masturbated sometimes, but it was just, I just stopped. I waited it out. Next question. I shave my arm hair because it makes me really uncomfortable. It makes me feel dumb because all the stuff about loving your body. I consider myself a feminist, and should I learn to love the hair, or is shaving it okay in your opinion? I guess you can't really tell me not to shave because that's not your style, but if you were me, what would you do? If I were you, I wouldn't give a fuck what anybody else thought. I don't feel like shaving your body makes you, not a feminist. Feminism is about, doing whatever the fuck you want. It's not about, it's not about what other people think. So, I don't shave my armpits, but I shave my legs sometimes, and I shave my cunt sometimes, and I wax my cunt. It's and I don't feel like that makes me a bad feminist or anything. I just do what you want. If you want to shave your arms, shave your fucking arms. It's your body, it's your choice, you do what you want. If you're uncomfortable with it, that's great. I don't think it's something that you should do to appease other people, but if you don't like your arm hair and you want to shave it off, fucking shave it off. It's really that simple. This is almost 15 minutes, so I'm gonna turn it off, and the hair and the panties. Okay.